Okay, so after the Game of Thrones director creators basically admit that they don't have no idea of what they did with Game of Thrones, now the X scene Star Wars. Star Wars is even more screwed because they're losing more and more people who want to make Star Wars movies. Um, the creator of the Game of Thrones, actually the Star Wars trilogy, was a new trilogy that's said to be made by him. And it's not because of, Game of Thrones actually. It's because of Netflix.
When it comes to making customers happy, this number says it all. Bye!
That a deal with Netflix made them leave Star Wars. And it was reportedly worth $200 million. There are only 2 many hours a day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix projects. The two said in a statement about regret police James stepping away. You know whose fault this is? Lucasfilm. They couldn't keep the guys who wanted to make a Star Wars movie, and now they don't know. They probably have no idea who to make the next Star Wars movies. Is Star Wars gone for good? That's the question I'm gonna ask. Creators add that they love Star Wars even though they are not following through with the set of films. We all know who really probably gonna try to take over Kevin Feige's probably gonna try to take over Star Wars and be a director of the new movies because they have no one else. They don't know if Ryan Johnson's making the movie. But too, they said they were getting about Star Wars and Star Wars, and that they're not making Star Wars anymore, and that about 2018 they're making movies in the franchise, and they do incredible storytelling, include them in the story. Journey forward when they'll able to step away from the busy schedule to focus on Star Wars, but they're not, and of course we all know their history and how Star Wars story, met the Star Wars Solo and put in production, and they got someone else. Basically, it's the history of Star Wars and how they made $4.44 billion. And the next movie that's supposed to come out, this three-year hiatus between Rise of Skywalker, the next Star Wars film in 2022, with the Game of Thrones director now stepping away. It's unclear who will be in the movie, who will helm the movie. The franchise is a big supporter of Disney's upcoming series, so it's Disney Plus alongside the MCU. With new films in the Star Wars series, The Mandalorian will be part of the offerings on November 12th. So yes, if Star Wars is a dying franchise, people are stepping away from Star Wars or being fired. Lucasfilm is in complete, chaos because of Kathleen Kennedy, because he doesn't know how to run Lucasfilm, and how they came out and rejected George Lucas's original story and stuff. Okay, Star Wars: The Sequel Trilogy has turned into nothing but a mess, and I won't be surprised if the new trilogy after the sequel trilogy completely bombs at the box office. So this is basically more news. Star Wars, and it's who we can blame? Kathleen Kennedy. Disney, the most powerful company in the world, couldn't keep the Game of Thrones creators, the directors of the next Star Wars movies, because Netflix paid them more money to make them their own projects, so they'll probably be better than whatever Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm and Disney come up with. Goodbye.